The church remembers the apparition of Blessed Virgin Mary in Guadalupe. It's not a big feast here for the church in India, but for Latin America, it's a big feast because Virgin of Guadalupe is considered as the Queen of Mexico, and also she is the patroness of Americas, the continent of America. This is one of my favorite apparitions of Blessed Virgin Mary, and today I would like to reflect on this apparition. Now, Blessed Virgin Mary appeared in Guadalupe in 1531, long back in 16th century, in this humble village called Guadalupe, where she appeared to this peasant, indigenous peasant, poor peasant called Juan Diego. Now, Juan Diego, he was a devout person, a humble Catholic. Always he used to attend Mass and he used to travel long distance to participate in Mass. One fine day, as he was going, suddenly Mother Mary appeared to him on a hill called Tepeyac. And there she appeared to Juan Diego and she said to him, she identified herself as Our Lady, and she said to Juan Diego, "See, I want shrine dedicated to me here in this exact spot on the hill of Tepeyac." And she told Juan Diego to go and tell this to Bishop. Now this humble peasant farmer was illiterate. He had to take this big message to Bishop, and he went. As he went to tell this to the Bishop, he met Bishop. Bishop was not buying his story because he had many doubts. What this poor peasant is telling me, Mother Mary appeared to him. So he did not accept what Juan Diego was telling. So Juan Diego just left. Mother Mary appeared to him again the second time, and this time she insisted Juan Diego to go and tell the bishop, even though he is not believing what Juan Diego was telling him, narrated the whole apparition incident. Yet Mother Mary insisted Juan Diego to go and tell him, "I want a shrine dedicated to me here in this exact spot." Juan Diego, humble he was, he went again and again. Bishop did not believe him. Now this time, since he was coming again and again, Bishop said, "If truly Mother Mary appeared to you, ask her to give a sign, appropriate sign, so that I can believe you." Now the third time Mother Mary appears to Juan Diego, and this time Juan Diego tells Mother Mary, "See, Bishop is not ready to believe me, and this time he is asking for a sign, so better you give him sign so that he believes you." So Mother Mary assures Juan Diego, "Come tomorrow, I'll give you a sign." Something happens the next day. When he was supposed to go to get the sign from Mother Mary, his uncle, who is Juan Bernardino, he fell ill. He was worse, and his uncle asked for a priest for confession and for last sacrament. So Juan Diego avoids that route wherein Mother Mary used to appear to him. So he takes another route because he wanted to get a priest. His uncle was ill and he might waste his time meeting Mother Mary. So he avoided that normal route which he was taking. This time Mother Mary intercepted again and gently chided him. "Why are you avoiding me? Why are you avoiding?" This time Juan Diego, he said, "See, Mother Mary, my uncle, he is ill, and I want to take a priest to him for the confession and for last sacrament." And this is the time Mother Mary says to him in Spanish, "No esto, yo aquí, que soy tu madre. I'm not here. Who is your mother? Auna hanga jituji awoi." And this time he is stunned because Mother Mary identifies now as a mother to Juan Diego, and she assures that his uncle, who is in worst condition, he'll get well. And also she tells him to go on that hill of Tepeyac and to collect the sign. And the sign was she tells him to collect the Castilian roses. Now, Castilian roses were not common at all in the native of Mexico, and especially in that area where the whole hill was dry. But to Juan Diego's surprise, as he climbed the hill, he saw fresh roses, Castilian roses, which were blooming there. So he started collecting those roses in his tilma. Now, tilma is a kind of a garment that the native Mexico men used to wear. The cloak as such, the garment as such, it was a cheap material made of cacti fiber, which was also common for the poor people. Now he collected those roses in his tilma, in his cloak, and Mother Mary advised him not to show it to anyone, but to go directly and to show it to the bishop of Mexico City. His name was Juan Zumaraga. Now, the guards at the bishop house, they insisted to show him what he was carrying. He did not show him. He directly went to bishop. He opened his tilma, and there was the bright light. All the roses just fell. Bishop first, he was surprised to see those roses there. And secondly, he was more surprised to see Mother Mary's image on that tilma. Mother Mary's image on that tilma. And till date, this image is there in the Basilica of Virgin of Guadalupe, which is one of the most visited Catholic basilica in the whole world. Now, some interesting facts about this image, which was on the tilma. Now, it's a miraculous tilma, the image of Mother Mary. First, interesting fact. When the scientists studied this tilma, because this tilma and this image of Mother Mary, which appeared on the tilma, was under scientific observation. Many doctors, scientists studied this tilma. Now, first interesting fact is where the scientists did an infrared photography test on this tilma, and they found no underlying drawing or sketch, which is very uncommon in 16th century artists, because they used to paint anything, first they used to sketch it out and then they used to paint. But the infrared photography test proved that there is no underlying sketch or drawing. It is just like the direct copy of the photo, as if it is like a direct photograph, which is very uncommon in 16th century. Second interesting fact, we see the Mother Mary, if you'll see the image of Our Lady of Guadalupe, there she is wearing this turquoise blue mantle, and inside she is wearing this pink mantle which represents earth, and the turquoise blue mantle, outside mantle, represents the whole universe, the whole sky. The celestial bodies are present. Now, when the scientists, especially the cosmologists, they were trying to study this image, they found out that the stars which are on the mantle corresponds to the constellation of winter sky, especially of December 12th, December 15th and December 31st. The stars that are present on Mother Mary's mantle corresponds to the constellation. Constellation is the position of stars, and it's in the reverse image, as if like somebody outside the universe has captured the snapshot of the whole star formation, and it has presented it through this image, as if. Those astrologers, cosmologists, they are surprised and stunned to see this, that the stars which appear on Mother Mary's mantle correspond to those constellation, the position of the star of winter sky. Third interesting fact, the tilma, the cloak, the tilma that the Juan Diego, which he was wearing, it's from a poor quality material. It's from a cacti fiber, which has the lifespan of just 30 years. By now, it should have turned into dust. But till date, this tilma is survived without any deterioration for almost 475 years. It's still intact. And Dr. Adolfo Orozco, he said in his documentation that this, preservation of this tilma is beyond scientific explanation. Nobody can explain how this tilma is still surviving for 475 years, wherein it should have survived only for 30 years maximum. The fourth interesting fact of this image of Our Lady of Guadalupe: the Virgin's eyes itself reflect all those figures which were present there during that apparition. Now, this study, this finding, this discovery was not early, but now it has been done due to the microscopic image test. Now, the satellite image expert, when he did the image digitization, he found that in the cornea of Our Lady, in that image, in the cornea, in the eye, there are some figures which appear, figures or objects which appear in her eye. And when they did this microscopic image test, they got to know that there are many people in the eyes, in the cornea, which reflects the people in the wherein the apparition took place, and the object itself, as if it's only possible when you take a photograph. When you take a photograph, you can see the reflection, the external reflection in the eyes, but it is not present, and not even an expert artist can draw such minute detail art. It is just beyond. It's just beyond. It is just supernatural that the images of people and objects are reflected in the cornea of that eye. Microscopic image test detected that. The fifth interesting fact is, now the interesting thing is that when Mother Mary appeared to Juan Diego, she appeared as the expecting Our Lady, because she was wearing a black band. A black band represents virginity in Mexico, in that native area, and wearing it on top of waist, the position of that band represent that she was expecting, she was pregnant. Now, when a doctor, gynecologist called Carlos Fernandez, when he was doing some study on this image, he placed his stethoscope on the womb of Mother Mary, just below the black band that she was wearing. She placed Carlos, he placed the stethoscope there. Miraculously, he heard heartbeats, rhythmic heartbeats, which are same exactly the heartbeats of a baby in the womb. And this doctor was not able to explain how an image, a painting, has a heartbeat. Sixth interesting fact, when in 1939, when Nobel Prize winner chemist Dr. Richard Kuhn, when he tested all the color pigments on this particular painting, he found out that this color, the pigment, cannot be traced anywhere on the earth. Neither they are from plant origin, neither they are from animal origin, neither they are from minerals, because we know we either make color from animal origin or plant cell or the minerals that we find. But the pigments in this particular painting, the color that is used, cannot be traced anywhere. No earthly element is similar to the pigment that is found in this color. And the interesting thing is, on this painting, you cannot find any brush stroke. If somebody has painted it, there should be brush stroke, but there is no brush stroke, as if it has been printed, and which is not very common, and you cannot expect printing in 1531. This is out of the world. And the last interesting fact is, there are many interesting facts. There are encyclopedia written on this apparition, wherein the NASA confirmed that the preservation of this image is miraculous, because in 1931 there was a bomb blast in the same basilica, wherein the anti-clerical radical person, he put in almost 29 sticks of dynamites in a rose pot and placed it just under the image of Blessed Virgin Mary. When there was this blast, all the windows of the cathedral were shattered. Marble rail was destroyed. Even the metal crucifix was twisted. But nothing happened to this image. It was intact. And the only thing that can prove is this is something beyond this world. My dear friends, this is the miraculous image of Our Lady of Guadalupe, who appeared to Juan Diego, simple person, just to convey the love for humanity. My dear friends, in Goa we have only one church dedicated to Our Lady of Guadalupe, that is in Bati, and there is one chapel dedicated to Our Lady of Guadalupe in Bogmalo. But many other churches celebrate this feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe. We are in season of Advent. My dear friends, there is a lot to learn from this apparition. We are in the season of Advent, wherein the first reading that is proclaimed to us, we hear that Isaiah consoles the people of Israel who were experiencing hardship in the Babylonian exile. They were going under slaughter, there's captivity. And that is the time wherein Isaiah is trying to console them. He's trying to tell them that God, our God, is not that God who hides, but the one who cares. He will come, He will restore everything. Mother Mary, wherever she appeared, she brought this consolation, this message of consolation. She brought this message of comfort. And here, rightly, she was carrying Jesus in her womb. My dear friends, as we prepare ourselves in this season of Advent for the birthday of Jesus and to meet Jesus in His second coming, we are called to be the people who comfort. The person who carries Jesus in his heart, as Mother Mary, who carried Jesus and she consoled the native people of Mexico, she is also telling us today that in this season of Advent, if we want to prepare ourselves, be the people who comfort others. And the one who carries Jesus in his life, in his heart, he will always comfort the other. The person who never carries Jesus in his heart, he will cause discomfort to others. He will cause trouble to others. He will cause pain to others. And he will not even bother, he or she will never bother what the other person is going through. But the person who carries Jesus in his heart will always try to console and comfort the other. That will be the right preparation in this season of Advent. And as Jesus, we see in the Gospel, He's coming to seek out those who are lost. Jesus often used Mother Mary as an instrument to seek those who were lost. Many apparitions were basically because of that. She was here to seek the lost humanity. Today she is here seeking out me who is lost. I might be lost in my life, in my spiritual life. The love that was present in me, today it might be lost. The peace that was present in me, it is lost. And this same God who comforts us, gives us the great gift of His mother, who will help us